Alright guys, welcome back. It's been a while since I did a video. I just wanted to show you what I've done, kind of back up the pictures on the build thread. These little boxes that I made, they're made out of real thin aluminum, the same stuff I use for my little bypasses for the turbines. It's real thin, it's like a roofing type of aluminum. I think they use it for pipes and stuff, but I had a roll of it that I used. But I took some ceramic blanket, glued it on the inside of the little boxes with some high temp, they call it like the RTV stuff. It's what they use for seals or gasket material. Works really well. Plus I put some protection on the wires, the parts that actually is exposed. The rest of them kind of go in behind the ply. Not too much of an issue. So there's two little boxes on each side, one for the rudder, one for the elevator servo. I also took some of the heat protection, the aluminum heat tape that I have. This is not the BVM or just that aluminum tape that you buy, because it doesn't stick to this honeycomb. At least I haven't been able to get it to stick. So I'm using the stuff I used on the F-15, which is a high temp. I believe they use it to wrap mufflers and stuff like that on motorcycles and cars. It's got a aluminum outside, face with looks like a weave, almost like fiberglass underneath that, and then you got the adhesive. It sticks a lot better than that tape, and it's easier to work with. It's not as it's more flexible and easy to shape and get into complex curves and stuff. I've had no luck with that other tape, and that's just simply the leads going from the battery backer that has the terminal blocks on it that I posted the pictures of that have the lights on them. Servos plug into those boxes. Those boxes just clamp onto the lead, like these leads that run down the tail. They just clamp on, and I posted pictures of those. I tried doing them by hand, couldn't get them to clamp on by hand. They showed doing like a vise, and I just used a hand clamp. They just clamp onto the wire. They bite into the wire. Just pay particular attention, because you can put them on backwards and have the plug, the plug jack being reversed on there. So just pay a little bit of attention to that. And I put a little bit of that heat tape right here as well. This portion is the only area that's really exposed to the hotter section of the pipe. The top portion of the pipe, bell mouth goes right here. This is a single wall up to this point where it's dual walled. So this area here is going to have the most heat, and of course the tail section of the tail cone of the turbine. From this area forward, it's got those aluminum bypass. So I just put a little bit of that tape there to help keep it cool. Shouldn't be an issue, because I mean it's like 6 inches away from the pipe there. And then you can see the little black tube there. That's just pipe or wire covering going up to the wing plugs, just for a little bit extra protection, plus prevents any chafing. And that is pretty much it. Rudders are hooked up, elevators are hooked up. I've already turned the battery backer on, checked everything. Throws are perfect in the radio. I was able to get full throw on the elevators. Full throw looks like it's a lot more than what's required, but that is 100% servo throw, so I don't have to cut down endpoints or anything. That's actually a physical limit in the box itself, because when you go here, the arm on the shaft hits the aluminum, I don't know what to call it, the mechanism in there that has the bearings and everything in it, that gets bolted into the tail section. That actually hits that, so that's as far as you're going to go travel wise. So it should be enough. And then the elevators, or the rudders are glued on. this portion is removable because there's a shaft. There's a shaft up here as well. It's got a set screw at the top and two at the bottom. Just I didn't have any problem getting them in once I figured out it's a little tight to get this to get the top portion in the up into the rudder itself and then push in. But once I figured it out, the second one went in pretty easy. So plenty of throw on these. I don't use much rudder on these things, it seems like, except for landing. Let's see, and that is about it. Pipes will go back in next, and then the turbines, and then everything from, you know, this section aft is done. I'll put the turkey feathers back on for the last time. The only thing I have to do here is my fill lines for my fuel tanks are just going to go right here. I'll drill a little hole and it'll stick right here, or I may just make a little clamp that holds it right here, holds the fuel line in place, so when I need to fuel it I can pull it out and just clamp it back on. And I may take some of that aluminum and make a kind of a loop, half loop on the top here, because that top portion of the pipe that's only a single wall is going to have the most heat, and it runs pretty much up from about right here to right past this this shelf. So I'm just going to take and make an aluminum overhatch to kind of protect the top hatch from heat. I was told it gets pretty hot along the top here too, so I may take some of that ceramic blanket and glue it on top with the RTV, but that could just be the sun heat, not radiating heat from the pipe. So when I fly mine next month, it'll be cooler. I can kind of, you know, get a good idea if it's actually heat from the sun or heat from the pipes. If it gets really hot and, you know, it's cool outside, I'll go ahead and put some ceramic cloth in there. Just kind of run maybe a 3-inch piece along this top portion, gluing it in with some RTV. If it doesn't, I won't fool with it. I'll just keep it out of the sun in the summertime. And then finish putting the bolts in here, line everything, make sure everything's lined up, finish joining the two halves. Everything else is just, it's all in there. I just gotta organize it, put my batteries in and balance. I will be installing ordnance pylons first on the wings and on the center line, and then once I get comfortable, I'll go ahead and put the wing tanks on, see how it goes. If it's doing okay, everything's holding up, I'll go ahead and put that center tank on as well. So we'll see. I don't know. People have asked me if why I was gonna sell it. I don't know. I'm just I'm about to leave for 12 to 15 months overseas. Kind of be a good time to reset the clock and just kind of start over with jets. You know, and the F-15, it's going to be another 2 to 3 years before I could even start that anyways. So, and being up here where I'm at now, I don't really have a good jet flying location around here. The closest place I believe is somewhere in Nashville, which is about an hour away. So, plus I have other ideas, other projects that I'd like to do as well. But we'll see. Who knows? I may fly it, may like it, and decide to keep it. But I'll probably go ahead and sell the F-14. You know, if that's even possible at this point in time. Another thing, I've been having a couple people send me messages. You know, I don't mind helping guys with any kind of problems they may have, or help them however I can. Don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of in the same boat as a lot of people right now. I can't get anything from Flagel, so I hate that that's going on. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe they'll figure it out soon. But I mean, if you need help with, you know, jets that I've built or I have, by all means send me a message. That's why I do my build videos. I just like to build and help people however I can. But till then, next time, you guys take it easy. I'm gonna get back to working on this thing, and then you guys take it easy.